about you when you're closed. But people even come to your funeral and be shocked that you was even saved. Amen. You know the story, I think Pastor said about saying all the good things about the man at the funeral, and Mother tugs the kids, say, go look at that casket, that coffin, and see that's your daddy and daddy talking about. Amen. Because we don't know him like that. We don't know him. They try to make you look good at the funerals. Amen. Like you think, oh yeah, you never did no wrong in your life. At a funeral, young lady had his evangelist's daughter. She died of a drug overdose. People came, oh, you're in a better place. I'm going to see you again. You got to be careful when you say I'm going to see you again. You might not want to see them again. I'm going to see you again now. I might not want to see you again. My mother died. My pastor did. You know the pastors do. Well, she's in a better place. I knew my mom. I looked at Pastor Ford. I looked at him. I said, I don't know about that. And he looked at me. Now, I don't know what my mother did with the Lord between the last breath. I didn't put my mama in hell. I just said, I don't know about that. Don't say I know she's in a better place. I don't know she's in a better place. Amen. And sometimes we don't want to realize that everybody's not in a better place. And that's why we have to make sure that we go to that better place. Amen. God has prepared a place for us. Those who believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross and repented of their sins. Amen. And determined that they want to live a holy life. And if they fall short of the living and holy life, if they fall into sin, they have enough sense to say, Lord, I'm sorry. I confess my sins. Forgive me, Lord. Let your blood wash it away. I want the Lord to remember me, that when I stand before him, that he remembers, that God don't forget. But I want to know that I was one of the ones who said, Lord, forgive me. I believe that Jesus is the Christ. I believe that Jesus died on the cross for my sins. Let that be said about me. If any of y'all are still here, would I go? And like I told Brother Finance, who by the way directed that funeral yesterday, I said, I want Brother Finance to take care of me. Then I caught myself, so wait a minute. I want Brother Finance to be too old to take care of me when I go. But just in case some of y'all are still here when I go, if I don't make it to the rapture, let this memorial that Kysel loved the Lord. That he asked the Lord to forgive him of his sins even when he messed up. That he loved preaching the gospel. He loved telling people that Jesus Christ is Lord. Let it be the good things. Let there be saying about everybody in here that the memorial for you was good thoughts. Not somebody who robbed somebody. Not somebody who's the best drug dealer in town. Amen. And I was at Russ College, and I went to my professor's house because I wanted to see WGN, which was on cable, to see about the death. That's when, what's his name? The guy killed. The one whose son was in a casket. Fluky Stokes. And he was a social teacher, sociology teacher. And he could not believe that a drug dealer death would be the first thing on the news. And it bothered him. And yet, that's what the memory for him would be, was a drug. Don't let that be your memory. But let your memorial be what you did for Christ. What this woman did for Christ was she anointed him. She took money that the others said could have been spent on the poor. Jesus said, look, when I'm gone, the poor will still be here. Amen. They will still be here for the next amount of money to spend. But here, I'm not going to be with you always. I'm only going to be with you for another day. Let this woman know she did it for my burial. Amen. And let that be a memorial for her. Only what you do for Christ will last. Some say you may build great cathedrals and large and tall, but only what you did for Christ. Even if she even took that money and gave it to the poor and did nothing for Christ, it would have meant nothing. But what we do for Christ will last. God bless you.
Amen.